Papa? That was weird. Why the f... Ah, okay, never mind. I know why. Um... One moment. Frosty, you're literally a mod. First and foremost, though. Thanks for the dono desktop. My brain is fried. Oh, right, the thing that I said that I didn't get picked up because for some reason my... I partially know why. So... I'm slightly late on returning because I really needed to wash my face. Because I don't know why, but I just felt awful. But I feel much better now. I will step away for a hot second. In a moment. Because I do have water boiling for more coffee. We'll start here. I really wish that MIU... What the fuck? Whoever made the Suiko emote, is a deleted user on 7TV apparently. That's unfortunate. But I think I know why my mic got thrown off. Because I have been using the Stream Deck app recently. And I also have the app on my phone because I don't have an actual Stream Deck. But it did update like right before I started stream. And part of that update is the new model of Stream Deck has dials that allow you to like live adjust volume and whatnot, which it looks sick, and it's somewhat reasonably priced, to be honest. Well, this one says T Malu. So no. Your dyslexia is killing you? Okay, well, I guess I guess that it's a Numi day. I mean, it didn't have the artist on screen, so... Some people have said it's like Subnautica. It looks a little like Subnautica, but I'm not going in expecting it to specifically be Subnautica but Eldritch. Let me freaking... Because apparently on Amazon I can't freaking find the new model of Stream Deck, like, flat out. Stream Deck Plus XL. Oh, because it's exclusively on their website. But yeah, it has options for routing different audio sources through and whatnot. So actually, is my... Okay, my music is going fine. But I think that due to one of its primary things being that it'll detect mic in order to allow it to directly go, I think that's part of why it disconnected my mic from OBS at first. Which I'm wondering what is marked as the default technically in that case. Because it's not Stream Deck isn't actually marked on this. Voice meter is on here, but I haven't used voice meter in... since old PC? I stopped using voice meter because I wasn't actually putting any audio stuff on. So... it seemed like just extra bloat that I didn't need to be using. Alright, one moment. Fuck you! I'm putting the hair back for a second because I need to place it properly in the hair. There. Because I use the hair as a reference point as to where it sits on my head. I need to, at the very least, redo the head on this model because... I noticed it especially in, the VTuber Vault with Sin and Liz, but my jaw is way too sharp for my liking now. I didn't actually wind up getting any work on the new model done last night, contrary to what I planned to do. Because I did end at 11. And then I still don't remember how I got onto itch.io. So... that's something. But I wound up freaking skimming through itch.io games like all last night. Let's see, do I even know what the first game was that I freaking... That's a lot of Clip Studio stuff, because I do have Clip Studio 5.0. I'm on Pro instead of EX now, because EX is expensive for features that I don't use. What was the first thing that I freaking... It must have started... Well, yeah, I know it started yesterday. Oh, right. I remember now. There's a project on there that I freaking am in a Discord for that got an update. And it led to me going one after another, freaking finding other games that were linked to it and being like, is this interesting enough for me to play? Is it interesting for me to download to possibly play on stream at some point? And there were some yeses in there. There were also some where I freaking was like, okay, this is interesting, but I don't think that'd make for good stream stuff. Because there was like 3 idle things. I'm just gonna be honest, 3 of them were just idlers. Which honestly, if it's freaking itch, I at least freaking don't have idle games being like 90% of my freaking time on Steam at that point. Which was a problem that I had 2 years ago, where I freaking left Melvor Idle open. And, yee. I still haven't freaking recovered from that. Melvor Idle is still my most played game because it has 800 hours in it. Because I would freaking just leave it going. That's even compared to freaking Terraria, Halo MCC, and Payday 2. Payday 2 I freaking played for like 6 months solid with my sister. Terraria is my other most played game. MCC, we freaking do quick jogs regularly. But yeah, freaking... I got hyper distracted last night. Is the long and short of it. By the time I looked at my clock again, it was 3 a.m.? Yeah, Mamster Chief. He's not in the soda this time, though. Alright, I'm gonna go and see if my water is done boiling, and then we'll actually get into game. Because if this really does have a lot of Subnautica-esque stuff, then, at least as far as like the pacing, then probably best to actually get into it. Plus, it also means that I can yap while playing game. Alright. Let me... start game. Hop over to this. And then we actually don't need the troublesome games this time. We can have it as our full screen games. Knowing that this game is relatively new, I should probably actually turn off my heater because my computer will probably become my heater. Well, I'm already seeing the Subnautica influences. Sinking Eternity, and I also need to change my Twitch category because I'm no longer just chatting. Don't want to freaking have a repeat of the other 10 times that I've started off in just chatting on a game day. Alright, let's see what we got here. FOV's fine. Can I set my max frame rate? I don't like VSync because VSync tends to take up extra resources as opposed to just giving me an ability to limit my frame rate. I don't have to care as much anymore, I guess. I'm still in that mindset of old PC where I freaking, you know, had to fucking... Oh, right, I did actually pop into the game for a little bit. To make sure that the game actually booted up properly. Oh, no, I remember why. I was given, like, this code. Extension code or whatever. Because, unlike everything else that I've gotten given by a dev, this one they just sent me to their Steam page for the demo. Which caught me off guard a little bit, and they also added on like this little freaking tack at the end of it, or they're like creator extension or something like that, and I don't know where the fuck that goes. Because it didn't seem to be registered at all with the whatever the word is I'm looking for. When I tacked it on at the end of the, like, basic link, I don't know. Either way. Plot armor activated. Okay, I'm assuming that this is just game journalist difficulty. Alright, no bitch. Hey, that's a problem. I don't think I'm supposed to sleep that long. Oh. It just kind of dropped me into the middle of it. Why were you asleep in this cryopod? You don't see anything useful to scavenge. Maybe you should explore the nearby island and look for answers. Did I really sleep for thousands of years? It definitely seems the way that it was. Oh, I just have to click on them in order to analyze. I don't have to scan them with a special device. That's interesting. Vibration draws your attention to your left wrist. You didn't notice before, but you were wearing a strange gray wristband. It seems to react when moved near unknown objects and creatures. You can now analyze objects. Why is... Oh! Okay, no, I still have to scan them. I just freaking... Why does my freaking Alexa have such a sultry voice, though? My marine biology skill going to be what allows me to cook up these fish into delicious things. Moves using... You know, I do appreciate them being inclusive and including my marine biology autism as a skill. You are cold and your clothes are wet. You need to find a way to stay warm. Gather materials and build a campfire. Wait, am I just wearing standard clothes? Am I not in a scuba suit? Cryo suit. Standard issue clothes you wore when you woke up from cryo sleep. Oh. As you approach a strange object, a robotic voice echoes in your head. Temporal anomaly detected. Timestamp exceeds parameters. 50,000 years in the future. Reality seems distorted. Should you touch the object? Well, no one's telling me no. Ah! Siphons energy from organisms. You are not anchored to this era. Demo limits, okay. Water seeps through rocks and unlock an early access with a pickaxe. Spot a small creature sleeping in the burrow. Notice fish bones lying around and a pile of small shiny objects deeper in. Maybe a few fish could earn its friendship. Marine Biology 1. How do I hotbar? I should probably actually follow the tutorial rather than immediately trying to bully the small gopher on my island. Or lure it out so I can freaking eat it or whatever. It says friendship level. I shouldn't consider that I'm going to eat it immediately. If things get too chaotic though. Looks like a good spot to store items and free up some space in your inventory. Okay. Where am I supposed to get sticks is the question. Ah! Ah. Pickaxe! Might as well grab some of these extra first. Uh-oh. What the fuck are you? Don't mind me, sir. I'm just... Territorial and defensive. Patrols the colony territory. You know, I'll leave your colony, as it is. You look a lot more menacing than fricking the stalkers did. I need to make myself a pickaxe so that I can actually freaking grab this copper, dude. All these resources ripe for the taking. My God-given right. I don't know if I'd say it's exactly scary, aside from the fact that it really seems to be depleting real quick. I mean, I guess it makes sense. You at least started off with some form of oxygen tank in Subnautica. I'm literally just freaking freeballing this. Like, those one dudes from... I don't even remember what country it is. Where they go freaking... freeball, clam diving or whatever. Because they're not... They're legally not allowed to... like, full scuba for it. And that shit's murky water, too, which is fucking terrifying. Emits breathable air. Oh, neat. On the bright side, I don't think I'm gonna go hungry if I keep finding all these fish. Granted, if there is a hunger system, it doesn't seem to be implemented yet. Oh. I'm over encumbered. I became too greedy. Wish I could analyze that from here. Part of me is afraid to freaking approach it. Oh, there's a flare over there or something. glow haze filaments? I'm still over encumbered. Why am I over encumbered still? What is taking up my... Hello? Inventory weight is 18 out of 40. Oh, okay. It just takes it a second to realize that I'm... That's something that you'd find on itch.io. Engineering level 9? Fuck off, this is the tutorial island. Where am I supposed to find glow haze? I don't even know if I'd classify that as an implication. Just flat out stating it. What is glow haze? Is that glow haze? Oh, I'm reaching the edge of the demo, I think. Ah! Glow haze. And rocks. On one hand, I appreciate that I'm not getting someone talking into my ear constantly after dealing with that all through Turok 2. However, I don't know, I kind of miss the lady talking in my ear telling me that oxygen was low, rather than just the menacing alarm in my ear. It's not even that menacing, it's a higher pitched thing. The Overlook. Shelter level 1. Where do I want to put this? I guess I'll put it next to the mysterious Rock of Wonders. Water-resistant suit. Woven fabric. I'm gonna need more glow haze, it looks like. Oh, no, I'm good. Hello? Oh. Just click. Build a basic bed. Well, I do need reef wood in order to make a box so that I can actually... Now, if I can remember where any of the reef wood was. I wonder if the context actions will just permanently be the way that it works, or if it'll update. Ah! Oh, okay. I was like, please don't tell me I just lost all those items. Alright. Let's grab this. We'll put our coral fish in here. Right off the bat, I'm already starting my organization, because I know that if I don't, then everything will wind up going to shit. Actually, this one goes to this goes into this. Alright. Back to the cryopod. I do kind of wonder... how things will play out as... as development continues over this. Because I'm assuming that we'll have more of an opening cutscene. Because, I mean, Subnautica used to have just kind of you showing up in your freaking life pod or whatever. Way back when, so... Okay, I was gonna say, am I actually gonna freaking make myself a, bed bet? Well, it ain't exactly a 5-star resort, but your wristband starts vibrating. Caught some kind of robotic signal nearby. Waypoint appears in your field of view. You look towards its source. Yeah, considering this is like early demo, I'm not... going to crucify for, you know, work in progress stuff. Ba, 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 ba. Several hours gameplay, players explore large portions of the world. Well, this is all the early access stuff. April 16th is when it's supposed to come to early access. As opposed to demo state. You've completed the demo. Oh, okay. You'll be able to reach the robotic signal in the upcoming early access. Oh, and there are a few features you'll unlock in early access. Extreme underwater depths, outsmart sea creatures, tiny predators, colossal leviathans, craft equipment to increase air capacity, swim speed, backpack space, armor, and more. Heroine's mysterious past spans over 10,000 years. If you enjoyed the demo, please make sure to wishlist the game on Steam. I wish that there was a little more to the demo, to be honest. Seems cool, but I'll have to definitely keep an eye on it. Now, the question is, what else do I do? Because I'm not just going to end after, like, a half hour. I don't know what this means. Because there's a create a ref thing with it. But it doesn't seem to do anything else. And it says my key. I'm not entirely sure if it's just... I don't know. Either way, point is, definitely has my attention. I do wish that there was a little more to sink my teeth into, though, for the demo. I don't really want to start Black Mesa today. I do want those to be like dedicated stream days. Do I have anything else sitting around? I may also restart YouTube streams specifically so that, you know, the part that's for the requested bit is separate from the rest of this. Let's see here. Oops, not that. I do kind of feel like chilling, so we might... Honestly, fair enough. Yeah, music. It's the reason why the thing's down in the bottom corner. Actually, does that you mentioned that. Well, there should be music on YouTube's end. It's much lower. It's that's Cafe de Toho that goes into YouTube because I'd really rather not get my ass eaten by copyright demons. Let's see here. What? I don't know if I can hold my back. Sounds like a uncomfortable way to keep my arms. No, not that. Oh, Jesus. Thanks for the follow. Wait, is that below that? My MIU is below... below a lot of shit. MIU needs to be up here. Why is there Kiwami 2 Legacy versus Kiwami 2? What? Did they redo Kiwamis? And new versions of Yakuza Kiwami and Kiwami 2. What's so special about the... Okay, the only difference seems to be extra language options. Weird. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Because I was balded by one of my mods. And I still have 10 minutes left on my freaking bald. How you doing, Archie? The demo is very short, so we're actually shifting games. I'm trying to find out what I want to do. Thank you. $20? Yeah, it unbalds. Because people like getting into bald wars with in my chat. Bald lasts for about an hour. I say about because sometimes I forget about it and it stays there for like 2 hours plus. Well, that's an ass. I don't know if I can put that on. I don't know if I can play this game. I'd have to download Lobotomy Corporation. I apparently don't have Subnautica downloaded. I could have theoretically done that. Subnautica is one of those ones that I want to do similar to how I did Chernobyl Light, where I want to just marathon beeline through it. Well, not beeline through it, but, you know, marathon it. No? Question mark? Interesting. No, I'm not playing Stellaris. Fuck you, Steam. Could Stardust skate. That would be funny. I used to love Stellaris, and then it fell a victim to the same thing every other Paradox game does. Stellaris is a game I love. Stellaris as a Paradox product, I do not. Honestly, fair. That's what pretty much everyone else says, is just... just, get an alternate obtain for all the DLC. There's a lot of games that strike my attention. I'm like, oh, I'll play that. And then I'm like, well, I don't really want to... I want to kind of play those when I have a dedicated stream for that. I mean, the problem is that the primary person that I used to play with that had all the DLCs, I'm not friends with anymore. I don't know if Eric still has all the DLCs, but I think that Eric's also become disillusioned with Stellaris, or not Stellaris, but Paradox Asterisk. I'm going